The Capri story in America versus South Africa. In the United States, the only version of the Capri that Ford ever sold was the rebadged and imported Mercury Capri. Buyers could choose between a weak inline four-cylinder engine or Ford's first-ever V6 sold in an American market car. Even so, with cars like the Mustang, Mercury Cougar, and Torino already available stateside, Americans had no shortage of fast Fords. Because of that, there was never much reason to modify a Capri for serious performance. That's why South Africa was different. However, nearly 10,000 miles away in South Africa, things were very different. Mustangs were not common at all, and enthusiasts had to make do with whatever Ford models were regularly available through European dealer channels. But where there is determination, solutions follow. A small performance shop in Johannesburg would soon become famous for doing something wild, stuffing a Ford small block V8 into the Capri. Even crazier, they convinced Ford to sell these cars through factory dealers with a warranty under a completely different name. That name was Piranha, and this is the story of the insane factory V8 powered Capri. Basil Green Motors, the mad scientists. So who are these Johannesburg-based mad scientists, and how did they pull this off? The answer is Basil Green Motors, a small but highly ambitious performance shop in South Africa. The company was founded in 1967 by Basil Green himself. From the beginning, the team focused on tuning and developing European Ford models into competitive race and road cars. Their main platforms included the Cortina, the Granada, and of course, the Capri. The first road car, Cortina Piranha V6. The first road car ever built by Basil Green Motors was the Cortina Piranha V6, officially released in 1968. It was based on the MKI Cortina GT, which originally came from Ford with a 1.6L inline four-cylinder producing around 90 horsepower. Basil Green's team quickly removed that engine and replaced it with a 3.0L Ford Essex V6, which made roughly 148 horsepower. This upgrade increased power by more than 50% compared to stock. To handle the extra output, they used drivetrain components from the Ford Zephyr MKV. Despite the larger engine, the car weighed just over 100 pounds more than stock, meaning the handling remained sharp, especially with the upgraded suspension. The Cortina Piranha performed extremely well for the South African market and was eventually sold through Grindrod Motors, the largest Ford dealer in the country. Just 1 year in, Basil Green Motors was already off to a strong start. At the 2L Piranha Escort next came the 2.0L Piranha Escort, which was almost the opposite approach. By this time, Basil Green had a solid working relationship with Ford. Ford wanted to sell RS 1600 Escorts in South Africa, but the complex Cosworth engines were not ideal for local ownership. To solve this, Basil Green replaced the Cosworth engines with the 2.0L inline four-cylinder from the Ford Pinto. While the Pinto engine wasn't as exciting, it was far cheaper and easier to maintain, and parts were widely available. In the local market, that trade-off made complete sense. The car that defined the legacy, Capri Piranha. Then came the car that truly defined Basil Green Motors and the Piranha name, the Capri Piranha. When the Ford Capri launched outside the U.S., it was essentially Ford's international version of the Mustang. Basil Green quickly started modifying Capris for South Africa. These cars originally came with either Ford's Kent Inline 4 or a 2.0L V4 engine. Since the 3.0L Essex V6 already fit, it seemed like a straightforward upgrade. Basil Green did build a few V6 Capris, but production was limited. Going all in, the V8 Capri Piranha. The reason was simple. Ford itself began selling a factory 3.0 LV6 Capri in South Africa. That meant Basil Green needed to go bigger if the Piranha was going to stay on top. So they chose the most powerful engine Ford could realistically fit into the Capri, the 302 small block Ford the 5.8, straight out of a Mustang. Customers could choose either a 4-speed top-loader manual or a 3-speed automatic. Major changes were required to the front suspension and steering geometry to make everything fit and function properly. But Basil Green and his team made it work. To handle the power, they used a modified Australian market Ford Falcon XB rear end, resized to fit the Capri chassis. None of this would have been possible without Ford's involvement. Ford of South Africa played a major role in the project. The Port Elizabeth plant shipped complete Capris to Basil Green without engines or transmissions, allowing the full Piranha conversion to be done professionally. Performance that shocked everyone. In this setup, the 302 V8 produced power in the mid to high 200 horsepower range, which was more than 100 horsepower above the 3.0 LV6 Capri. Even more impressive, these V8 cars weighed only about 20 pounds more than the 6-cylinder versions, thanks to aluminum components like the intake intake, manifold, and bell housing. Curb weight stayed around 2,500 pounds. Performance was outstanding. 0 to 60 miles per hour took just 6 seconds, and quarter-mile times landed in the low 14-second range. The cars could have been even faster, but tire size limited traction. The Capri used 13-inch wheels with 185 section tires, which struggled to put the power down. Looks, colors, and brakes. From the factory, Piranhas were officially offered in just 2 colors, bright yellow and Piranha red, both with black interiors. A few cars were built in other colors, but they are extremely rare. Visually, the main identifiers were the Piranha badges, black hood decals, and on some cars, a black rear spoiler. One weakness remained braking. The small 13-inch wheels limited brake upgrades, so the braking system stayed mostly stock, aside from slightly better front pads. Racing success and lasting legacy. Between 1970 and 1972, Basil Green Motors built around 500 factory V8 Capris. They could be ordered through any South African Ford dealer for roughly $5,000 at the time, which was extremely expensive. But these cars went on to dominate South African racing, winning championships from 1970 through 1973, proving buyers were paying for the very best. Basil Green worked on several other Ford projects later on, but none ever matched the fame or impact of a V8 Capri. Today, these cars are incredibly rare and command high prices at auction, reflecting both their performance and Basil Green's engineering brilliance. Basil Green Motors didn't just build fast cars. They earned respect from Ford itself, becoming South Africa's answer to Carroll Shelby or Jack Roush. This is the short story of South Africa's own performance legend and his insane V8-powered Capri. If you enjoyed this video, like and share it with other car enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe to Crypt for more documentary-style videos.